Then how do I do what I'm thinking? Like, be the best way to go about it. I don't really know, honestly. There's just like no perfect way of doing it. Because there's always going to be germs in here. And they're not really going... See, that's my other thing. They're not really going down over time. I thought over time they would disappear. I thought that was how it worked. So how do they disappear? Other than cooking the germs out of them, how do they disappear? And every one of these guys has a slight bit of food poisoning on them. And then they're all just harvesting that stuff, which I should move anyway. You could pickle too. I could do a million different things. I'm just trying to think of the best way to... Maybe I put like a wash basin on the way out of here. Like take the germs they might be getting from being in here. Effectively, they're just going to compound. Like they're walking in here and they just keep depositing germs. Like it's just never going to go away. Apparently, that one just went down 1,000. Made a liar out of me. Food poisoning has no change on creatures. Well, how do I get rid of the food poisoning in the first place, other than destroying all the shit? Because I don't want to do that. It doesn't seem like the best decision or the best answer to me. Huh. It's a pickle. Let me pour some more soda. I'm thirsty. Gotta keep that voice going. Put her on slow. Well, yeah, the wash basins, but the poisoning's still there. On the crop. It's on the crop. How do I get rid of that? Other than gassing it with chlorine. Take it easy, Talonist. Thank you so much again for stopping by the stream. Thank you for the sub, and thank you for the absurd amount of gems donated tonight. Thank you so much, buddy. You have a good one, Talonist. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow and tomorrow's stream and all the ones after. You have a good one. If you find another one of the brain sucky things, could you pause it so I can take a screenshot? I mean, I have one here. The only difference is the brain's bigger. Like, it shrivels up after you use it. Well, yeah, never let it happen, but that's a perfect world. In an imperfect game and dupes who are unpredictable. Like, there almost be no way to really do that. Determine, why are you idle? Got a closing shift? No, Talonist! That sucks, dude. Have a good one, though, man. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for the just stupid amount of support, buddy. It's good to have you. Oh, damn. I really want this little... I really want the bottom of my base to be a chlorine-like deposit. Easy solutions: remove tainted plants, set up wash basins before planters, and replant good food. I know. The thing is, that puts a strain on the food supply for a while. Quite a while. If I did the little thing I'm thinking of here, how would I do it in a perfect world? Because you can't do the airlock cheese anymore, and it seems like regardless of how many, like at least with 3 airlocks, there's still a little bit of gas that gets through. I would love to put like a bunch of chlorine just in here, so they walk through the hallway. You know, they have to go through it. Don't use the outhouses for longer than required. Well, I mean, there's that, but there's how do you purify 110%? Strain food supply or rip world? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think. Even if I did put that there, then I still would have trouble putting a ladder because they'd have to go through multiple... The chlorine would get out. The chlorine would get out. Question for DSRG, can a character WX use character items? No. A lot of those things will disappear after you hop. Sea leg stays unless they've changed it, but like Wicker's books and shit will disappear. Wicker, he can't read Wicker's books. Yeah, I mean, that's not the worst thing. It's kind of working. Huh. Well... I don't have a 110% absolute. So you can see I see 20-something thousand on that one. That's horrible. 10.6k. I want to remember that. Like just 10.6k. Maybe I make them wash their hands on the way out, but the issue is if a bunch of people go in there, more basins would be required. They would never have a pit to climb down and come back up again. Yeah. But the thing is, I never want it to rise. I never really want gases to mingle. And I can't have 3 airlocks vertically, well, horizontally like this because they can't walk through it. as I put a ladder. Are you still making your way to the other ruins things? Not right now. I'm trying to think of just like the best way to go about preventing some of the nonsense. Other than obviously never letting it happen, which is never going to happen, especially still learning. I don't know what the just perfect 110% best way of doing that would be. Problems with the gases mingling? No. It's just I don't want them. I want to prevent them from ever doing that. I never want them to like shuffle. I want a room full of chlorine, and it'll stay perfect. It'll always be chlorine. That's it. That's the perfect solution. What's up, Max Game? How you doing, dude? I don't know if it'd work, but like, what if 3? Well, the center would be, what, like right here, if I double laddered. So double, we'll say double ladder here and here. Just imagine those are ladders. What if, like, you went in there and there's a room full of chlorine. There's like a little deposit of chlorine. And then you could go down double ladders to the area that you would want to go down to. And then obviously over here, I would have a similar setup. Stupid, absurd, but because airlocks are an imperfect system, and unless I introduce a gas pump and cycle it, keeping gas stagnant is going to be really hard. But if I could just keep that full of chlorine, it would cure every germ, or at least it would neuter the germs really before they got to become a big issue. It's just a little chlorine chamber. Water purifier, something everyone uses. What does that just randomly destroy the stuff too? There's germs in the water. Joy. Disinfect this place. Always disinfect these things. I really don't know what Funkadilla is doing. Like, he as a dupe has very few jobs. And I gave another person a disinfect job. So where are you at? No, not move to. Follow cam. What are you doing? This is madness? No, it's just I want to think of like the best way to do it, like an ideal or perfect system in an otherwise imperfect game. You know, like just what would be the best way to never let a disease get in or out, or at least have like another. I mean, I could put the simple solution would be to put like a wash basin in here, but then you have to think, what if the air gets contaminated? Yeah, slowly over time the disease should go away, but there's still disease in there. I don't want that at all. I just want to have like you go through there and it's clean. It's probably asking for far too much, but I really want a system like that to work. I know what hand sanitizer does. It's the same thing as a wash basin, and you got to remember it uses bleach stone, which is a limited source. I'm trying to use the gas for a free source. Water purifiers produce polluted dirt. When they clean water, it takes 25% of from the water, I believe. So it would destroy stuff. Can't spread disease if you don't leave the colony. Well, I mean, that's true. That's like saying you can't be a virgin. You can't not be a virgin. You know, like if you leave the house, like. So they're in a bit of chlorine right now, just a bit, like barely. So I don't even think it's enough to really affect it. Maybe you were. I think I clicked on the airlock somehow. There's a touch of chlorine in here. See, change rate right there, minus 3,000. For the surface germs, which Slendy has a ton of surface germs. He's losing tons of surface germs. You like that answer more and more? Can you hold the toilets? Can you put the toilets in the chlorine room hallway? Can you like put the shitters in this room? You could, and yeah, that would destroy it, I suppose. But then they wouldn't be able to breathe when they're duking. And I feel like that might cause an issue where they don't duke completely. Like they stop duking before they're done, and then they never complete it. It was an issue with showers that used to happen. I don't know if that still happens, but Slendy lost like 30,000 gems just being in that, or germs. I'm gonna keep doing that, guys. But germs just being in there, and he's continuing to lose germs because he's sitting in chlorine. And I think he's getting more germs as he goes out there in the world. But just going down there, that little ip of chlorine that I had there, it's purifying it. Can't get food poisoning if you don't eat, and it's true. Androndia here is in some chlorine. At least it looked like you were in some chlorine. I'm not seeing the cycle change. Yeah, they're walking. There's just not enough in there, obviously. I gotta get way more in there. Constipation, we call that constipation. Obviously I need the ladder thing to be done so they don't get stuck, so let's focus that. I really want this to work. I just don't think it'll ever 100% work. Hell yeah, AJR. That's a good thing, man. But just that little ip of chlorine is helping. There's CO2 in here, which the germs do still exist in that. But they're slowly going down. But the chlorine just fights it. I need to over-pressurize that with chlorine. I don't know if it's getting out, though. That's my... They're suffocating in the bathroom. I gotta get air in there. I don't know if that's working. And what I mean is, I don't know if... I don't know if, like, that chlorine's escaping. I have no clue. And I really have no way of telling right now until they stop building. Because they're opening and closing the doors, and they're bringing poop air in there. The water's infected. There's always going to be a little bit of poop, a little bit in there. It does go down over time, but, yeah. See, look, there's no longer germs in this room. There's germs on the airlock, but they will slowly go down over time, and I can send somebody to disinfect the door. That's a thing. Yeah, it looks like the gas is escaping. I'm seeing 12 grams, 12.2. I just don't think there's a way to keep it 100% sealed, even with 3 airlocks. I wonder if 4 airlocks would legit be required. The only other thing you could do is have like an airlock, put a gas pump here, another airlock, and it sends the gas straight back. Anything that's not chlorine goes elsewhere, and you could just cycle it like that. That would theoretically work, but that also requires constant power. I want a freebie solution to it. I guess I'm looking for a perfect solution, and just an otherwise imperfect, I don't know, place. That's what I'm thinking. Chlorine, yeah. See, I lost like a gram of chlorine. Over time, you would lose chlorine with a design like this. Is what I'm coming down to. Or what it's boiling down to me right now. So that does even 3 airlocks does not trap. It does not trap it. Is there any way to trap it? Like, really? Is there any way to isolate it? Huh. Mech door sandwiched between manual doors. Wait, mechanical door. Okay, manual. Well, the one concern with that is, though, the speed. That's why I was using the mechanical doors, because of the speed. But I thought they said that, like, the gas doesn't get destroyed. Does that mean, like, the gas is still stored underneath that door? I don't know if that'd be a perfect thing. I could just, you know, give it a go, but again, the speed, the hindrance, that's one of my biggest concerns. The time lost messing with the doors. Yeah, there you go. There's the... There it is. There's the disinfect. This is a learning stream, chat. We have fun learning for science. Gas gets destroyed when it can't be displaced. Ah, it sucks. So I would eventually run out of chlorine. It would pose a need or introduce more of a need to take that chlorine geyser wherever it was over here. Just have a constant source of chlorine because they'd be destroying it. Take it easy, Beast. Have a good night, man. So these should be 9, so they'll get built. Obviously nothing in here. So then that wouldn't work. Use the water to trap the gas used on each side. You could do that. Especially with the bottle emptiers, I guess I could move the water. So if that's a better solution in a lot of ways. But then wouldn't the water have infection in it because they touch the water? You can't disinfect the water, but then like the disease slowly dies. Let's at least just get rid of the doors. I want to sort of think about one of those too. Yeah, that's a good idea. How do we do that then? Like the U shape. Be the best way to do that. Yeah, you know what? Get rid of that. You'll still be able to go down here and do what you're doing. I don't know what you guys are doing down there, but go ahead. I really don't know what they're doing over here. They're just like idling. What are you going up here randomly for? They're just like walking around to be stupid. You can keep the ladder design in the center. Assuming I can get, like, the U shape here. Excuse me. How do we do it? What's the best way to do it? So the water... Well, the issue is I need to be able to fit an emptier in here. Those are a bit tall. So let's keep that in mind. In fact, I think the best way to put it, best spot to put it would be right here. Oh, wow, apparently they are only one tile. I thought they were two tiles, looking at them. It looked like a two-tile object to me, but I guess not. So if I did this, and I just dumped water down, I'm gonna make a U shape. And then they'd have to go through the water to get out. And then... no, they'd have to go down further, wouldn't they? Then other... Well, here's the thing. It's a good idea, but I just thought about it. Use water trap chlorine bubble. Well, then they get soggy or whatever. Then that stresses them out, like, dramatically. Wouldn't that also pose a big issue? Because that soggy debuff or whatever is stupid. I've been doing well, Stefan. How are you doing, buddy? What's up, man? Huh. I really don't know the best way to tackle it, not troll, I swear. Sure, Sirius. Serious, thank you for the 5-month resub. Welcome back to the herd, friend. Get some boost spam in chat for Sirius. Thank you so much for the continued support, Sirius. I do indeed appreciate it. Is it you, Ben, under the wall? You say under the wall, there's a million walls. Hold on. So if, like, water pulled up here, what does that get? I have, like, no idea how to make what I want to make. Like, I have it in my head, but I need to think. So that doesn't really solve anything. Well, I guess the water surface would touch something like that. So say I extended it out to here, and the surface tension would touch the tops of this. So they, theoretically, we can make it so they can go down here. The gas can never get up. I guess maybe, let's do it like 3. Say we do it like 3. And then water surface tension would touch this. They'd theoretically be able to go down here, go up and over. And then I could leave a big chlorine deposit in here. So would that not work? That would work, yes. Oops. I guess I don't need to do that so much as I could just do something like this. Let's get rid of that just for temporary purposes, just to kind of envision this. Boop. So surface tension should touch that block, and if it didn't, I could just do this. They'd still be able to go down there. You'd have ladders. They get in, they get out. And because there's water in there, no gas is ever going to seep through. So long as they never take from it, which they should never be able to do it because they have the bottlers or whatever up here. So as long as I introduce a little bit of water, I mean, I guess I need a fair amount of water, unless I did something like that. It'd be even less water requirement. As I try and figure this one out off the top of my head. So there, yeah, there'd be no way for water, or there'd be no way for gas, if I put a gas in here, to get out. Unless say the real problem with food poisoning is your food already. Oh, I'm aware, Super, but I can kill that now. But I want to think of how to stop it coming into my base ever or getting out of my base. Like I want to control it completely. I want to think of a way to completely and utterly control it. And the best thing to do would, instead of putting that right beside there, would actually be to put that all the way over here, and then have a big fat room of chlorine, so they have more time to travel through it. And with them traveling through that, they're losing like 2,000 a second or whatever germs. So it would be a purification room. They'd walk through it. They should be able to breathe and like walk through, like past it, like hold their breath through breast. And you can hold their breast. You hold your breast. Hold your breath through it. That'd work. Take it easy, Funkadilly. Have a good night, man. Thanks for being here in the stream, buddy. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow, dude. But yeah, I could just do that. I know the food poisoning's coming from the shitters, but we already kind of nipped that problem in the bud. And all I have to do is dig it up and then put it in an area full of chlorine and then take it back. See, like what I could do is put the fridges down here, just put the poop in it for temporary purposes, and then clean it and then set it back up. Like I could do that, but again, I like this thought. I like this thought. This is not a bad idea, I don't think. Obviously, this would have to be changed, but yeah. I just need to get chlorine in here. So then we would connect to this, but now I have to keep the chlorine in the room. So I would need another U-bend. Maybe multiples? No, okay, you can store food in there too. That's what I'm thinking, like I could use it to clean it. But, okay, I have them getting in, and imagine this room filled with chlorine. I have them getting into a room full of chlorine, and they can travel horizontally through it. But I need to make it so they can get out through this room a third way that doesn't release the chlorine. And I don't really want to make another U-bend thing, do I? Because I obviously want to keep my base separated from the rest of the world. I don't really want to make another little setup down there, do I? You've no breasts to hold. Just grab on. Just grab on. What do I do? How do I do that one? Decisions. This is working. Why do I need 3 exits? Well, if I put the chlorine in here, it's going to go out in the world. I don't want that. I want to keep the chlorine in this little room. Broken airlocks. They don't work anymore. They should have patched that egg. And if they still work, they'd eventually get patched. That was a glitch. I'm trying to do it within the confines of like the game. I'm trying to not glitch and be cheesy when I play. I'm doing my best to play the game the way they want you to play it, because if you don't play it the way they want you to play it, eventually they'll patch something, you know. There's no way for the chlorine to leave. There's a way for the chlorine to leave down here. I don't want to just have a ladder over here. I mean, because then all the shit would go up into my base, you know? I need this to be a complete, like, barrier to everything. If they came down here, I could put another one of those U-bends that they go horizontally. You'd be like, See, here's my thing. Like, this is a part of my base. This'll, I mean, from this point up, I want it to be considered my base, and I don't have to worry about anything out there. Air purifier between airlocks. I guess you could, yeah. I guess maybe like, oh no, it wouldn't work. One side base, one outside. I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, but here I am trying to be symmetrical. There's my problem. Symmetrical because it's good, because if we're on the left side of base, it's quicker to go this way, and then symmetrical because if they're on the right side, it's quicker to go that way, instead of having them travel the extra distance. Oh. Why are we unreachable? What are you doing down there? What do you mean your bed is unreachable? Did they break something here? They probably broke something. You should be able to jump to that point. Ah, the ladder? Well... yeah, let's break this really fast. That should help you. Just thinking of the best way to do that. Oh, it's this tile. Oops, I thought they dug that up already. Never mind. That's why they're all just sitting around. So, what are you idle for? It's Funkadilla? Funkadilla, there's never a shortage of things for you to disinfect, my man. Have fun. Well, you and what's-her-face. You both should have disinfect jobs. You sons of bitches! You didn't get that? Get to work! I gotta change the order that they build things because they're dumb and they can't do it right themselves. Silly dupes. Alright, so that's a problem. Fixed. Because, like, the way I have it now is I have this centralized ladder down. And this would mean this room would be filled with chlorine. And I don't want that. I want... well, I mean, I do. I want the chlorine in here, but I don't want the chlorine down here to escape. And unless I put another... like, this setup, so with the water, unless I did more and had it go off horizontally... I mean, I could do it really easily. That's not the issue. The issue isn't it's difficult or anything. So let's try the U-bend thingy again, just for the lulz. So if I did... so if you came down here, landed right there, I need like the little water. I need to go down, I need to put the water, so ladder, water, ladder. Okay, so this thing here is surface tension. Bada bing, bada boom, and then there would still be chlorine in here. I guess I'd have to wall that off. Wall that off. That looks a little bit derpy. But, oh, it's there because it's not the same amount of tiles. It's okay. So with that being said, they'd have a way to get... Well, I guess they wouldn't have a way. They'll get stuck on that one. I need to go down one block. Or just do this. Here you go. I'm saving you, dupes. I think. I'm saving you guys. Believe in me. So, surface tension would hold that, and there'd be no way for the chlorine to escape. So just tiny little thingamabobbers. Tiny little thingamabobbers. Why is chat, like, bickering? Why is chat fighting? Chat, shut the hell up. Why don't people get to fight here and me? But with that said, this would be water. This would be water. This would also be chlorine. And there'd be a lot of area for them, essentially, just to clean off for free. There would never be a need to use those hand sanitizers or whatever, at least here in this area. And it would pretty much cure everything. It would be great. It'd be pretty great. You were happy we aren't farting? Are you sure? But I like the idea of just like it's a freebie system. It may not be the most efficient. I didn't say it was. I don't claim it is. I don't really care that it isn't, or it is or it isn't. I think it's kind of just a cool idea. I guess is my thought process going into this. This will go up here, and that'd be symmetrical. 4 blocks, 4 blocks, 4 blocks. See. Yes. Jawohl. Some people know what I just said. You got a little digging to do. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. In fact, I will prioritize digging going this way. Because if you don't, somebody might get stuck doing something stupid. Something like that. You could, but it's not symmetrical. I don't know. At least I don't think. The way I have my base laid out. My base layout's not perfect or efficient. It's just, it's for funsies. So, I'm going to roll with this design for now, and I'll probably simplify it as I go on. But, it works, in theory. And then I'll... Let's let it plan out, and let's learn. Let's just have some fun with it. New update just came out, and I want to enjoy it. Did I miss anything? Trop, you're missing the design of a chamber for holding chlorine and purifying disease as dupes travel in and out of the world. It was a lot of planning. Yeah, they can reach it. I thought they were stuck. Lucky ducks. Lucky ducks. Well, you know what? I think this is the perfect opportunity to enable and set you to a 7. Because then we'll pump air right up, and then they'll be able to breathe as they work. They're stuck. Yeah, Irene, you got in here. You for like the 14th time became a dupe. Congratulations, by the way. You got Oni? Hell yes, Lindy. It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot to it. You can, I mean, the game's what you make it. I feel like that's like with most games. There's just a lot you can do. And I'm gonna have some fun with this one. So, work on the design here a little bit. Work on the design. Like the 14th time, yeah, for like the 14th time you became a dupe again. I don't know what it is with your luck, but you have very good luck at becoming a dupe. Build all the things, my minions. Build stuff and things. You guys are getting this done, that's for sure. Take all that. Prioritize. 9. So how's the disease situation? Looks managed. Ever since we put the things on the bathrooms, scrub their hands. It's perfect. Your luck is abysmal? Nonsense. What's up, Fallen? How you doing? I will want to put like blocks in here. I just fill it in the dead areas. I could leave it open, but fill it in. Fill it in. Why not? I like this. I don't like the hydrogen being in here. I'm not really worried about it. It's just going to go up to the top of the base, and we can suck it out as needed, but whatever. The only way for them to get that would be to delete some blocks, so... Delete these blocks, place some temp ladders. Let's get some scaffolding going, have them finish this, and then I gotta close it up quickly before they break things. Priority 9. Should be using granite because it's a little bit stronger. Build down, and that will be good. Then deconstruct these ladders. Hey! I'm glad I did. I'm glad I canceled that at the last second, or I would have had to break it. Canceled it perfectly. What is this monstrosity? Don't you worry about it, Bsip. It is an amazing thing that is about to occur, buddy. It's an awesome water lock, in theory. I think it'll be pretty cool. If nothing else, it'll be a good proof of concept. Drondia has unreachable food. Drondia does not have unreachable food. Why it told me she had unreachable food is kind of confusing. But okay. Wow, they built that thing quickly. It's because most of them don't have anything to do. Hey, Maho, how you doing, dude? This makes me sad. Why does it make you sad? Diver's lungs, amphibious. You only have diver's lungs and you have small bladder. I'm going to deny you while I figure things out. I want to figure things out, man. I'm having fun. What is that? Pinch of pepper seeds changed. Ugh, look at that thing. I'm going to ruin everybody from here on out. There's a face on that seed. Do you not see it? There's a face on that seed. You will never be able to unsee that ever again. You wanted cookies, but they're on the top shelf. It's when you get a chair or a ladder. There's a face on that seed, chat. There's a face on that seed. You'll never unsee it. I'm sorry. Just like there's a face on Farah's, like, one of her legendary skins. You'll never be able to unsee it. Suffocating. Reginald. Okay. Why? For what reason? Do I have to load my save because you're an idiot? After having just made that design. Reginald, the only way I can think of saving you is if you can dig this block and breathe and then go back to base quickly. Breathe and then run home. Why is he here? Why is he? No! Don't fall asleep on the floor, you numbnut. Breathe in the air. It's right beside you. Why is he over here? What are you doing, Reginald? Breathe the air. What are you doing? You ladder dancing. Breathe and then go home. Like, how did you even? How? Why? Is the better question. What? Well, at least you have air there. I could save you. I could let you sit here. Like, send you over there, breathe that air. How? I have to know why you built yourself up so far that you killed yourself. Did perhaps this cause it? Did perhaps that cause the issue? Get your full breath and then leave. What are you doing? I don't care that you're peeing. That's fine. I get it. You almost offed yourself. What on earth, Reginald? What convinced you? What compelled you to... It's just gonna freeze anyway. What compelled you to do that? You dumb? Red alert prevents dupes from doing their safety move. Huh. That's kind of weird. That seems weird. Well, Reginald's safe for now. I don't know why he did what he did, but he's alive. For how much longer, I don't know with a... with that IQ. Okay, somebody go do this thing. I'm gonna put a pump in here probably and just suck out all the gas. Still gotta put the water in here, which shouldn't be too hard. This can get broken. This ladder needs to go. This whole thing gotta go. First one, apparently Twitch hates me, obviously. Twitch hates everybody, Alita Cakes, but how are you doing? It's good to see you, Alita. I haven't seen you in quite a while. So that'll close that system up just fine. Ladders, boom, right here. And you should be able to build all that stuff. The right tag is at Volx. Why are you tagging my name there, Ty? Alright, this is just being screwy. Klei, fix your stuff. So we have like a ghost block. Maybe that'll fix it. Ghost block! Please fix. Please fix ghost block. Eh, it's still the invisible. I thought they would have fixed that bug by now. That's an annoying one. She tagged Volksbot. Ah, it's fine. Shit happens. So what I need is a bottle emptier, like right there. Right there. And I'll obviously need to put one over here. I can break the tiles, but you can see what I'm doing. I suppose. Maybe you can see what I'm doing. What nonsense I'm going for. I'm gonna put water right there, let it fill up, mop any excess, so that way we don't destroy it, because that's a neat thing that we can do now. This is such an elaborate little thing here, but I am perfectly okay with how it's turning out. Don't ask questions. Disease is still very much under control, I feel. With all the hand washing, I think it's just been good. Sweep up all the stuff that you guys have in here. I don't want any garbo in here. No garbo. And I think I might just put airlocks here for the lulls, but it shouldn't be necessary. Just for the lulls. The setup kind of looks like it has a face to it. It almost looks like a skull. Do you see like the eyeballs here? The teeth. This could be the nose, theoretically. You could do that. So what I would tell you to do is go put water. Allow, if enabled, duplicants will deliver bottled liquids to this directly from liquid bottlers. Are they just going to deliver it already? Still a little confused on that one. Already did it. So you, again, water. I have to keep a tight eye on these. Pay attention to that. Let it go. Let's fill this thing up a bit. I'll mop up any excess, and we won't lose anything, so there's really no harm in this. And I should start sucking the air out and sending it elsewhere. Food shortage shouldn't really matter. It should grow here shortly. There's a surprising lack of food. 85%. There's the food on the ground. Yeah, you know what? Let's make some lice loaf. Let's do it. Continuous. Have you do that. So, ventilation, no longer plumbing. And it will suck any and all gas out of here whenever we're ready. I want the water seal to be done first. And send all the chlorine right here. Got a good patch of chlorine there. I mean, we got tons of chlorine everywhere. There's a chlorine geyser somewhere over here. I like the idea just of having a free source of disease removal and just disease prevention. Like, no disease should ever spread. And if I ever sent someone in here to clean or disinfect, like, the tile, which I shouldn't really even need to do, they'd be in a clean area to begin with. I won't be bringing disease back from the outside world, is my hope, my idea.